Hello everyone and blessed be. This video is going to be about cauldrons. I'm not going to get into the history of cauldrons per se. I am just more talking about what you can use as a cauldron, what I use as a cauldron. And again, it goes with my motto of make it happen. You don't have to wait until you can afford a great big fancy cast iron cauldron to do cauldron magic. I have one good size cauldron on my Amazon wish list that's been there for a couple years. For one, I can't bring myself to spend the money on it. And for two, I have found plenty of ways to make do. It'll stay on my wish list and it may someday end up in my hot little hands, but I think people, especially people who are new to the path, think they have to go out and buy one of those big, beautiful cauldrons. Sometimes people can't afford it. Sometimes people are in the closet and can't really have something like that sitting around. But I just wanted to show you some of the things I use as a cauldron and can be used as a cauldron to just kind of, again, get the juices flowing about thinking outside of the box. If you are pulled to do cauldron magic, if you find that you've been curious about it, then Spirit is telling you that that is something that you need to look into. At least that's what I believe. So I don't believe that you have to have it become a financial burden. For some people, it is not financially available. And for others, like I said, if you're in the closet, you can't just have one of those big, beautiful cast iron cauldrons sitting around. So again, I'm just going to get on with some of the things. And this is the first thing. Again, you know me, think outside of the box. This is a dollar store oil burner. If you don't have a dollar store, you can get them at lots of stores. It doesn't have to have this design on it. You can use this to do cauldron magic. Pop a tea light in the back. Now some people say that these don't get hot enough. Well, you can take another tea light upside down and put it underneath to lift the flame up if you want. You can, depending on what you're burning, you can take some aluminum foil and put it over the top if you want to do that as well. But this can work just fine depending on your need. So again, a buck. And there's that. Another thing, oh, I put it away. Sorry, I had to redo this video. So another thing you can use is a bowl. This is a regular bowl. I got it at the dollar store. I use this one for scrying mostly, but you can use this as a cauldron as well. You can fill it with dirt or with sand and then put a charcoal disc on top of that. Anytime you use sand or dirt or something as a base and then you burn with charcoal on top of it, that's absolutely fine. However, if you want to collect what you have burned to use in something else, whether it be a bag or a salt mix or any other kind of situation, it can be a little hard to collect when using dirt or sand because the little bits can fall through and kind of get mixed in with the sand. But this can absolutely be used as a cauldron. And as far as sand, I have these bags of sand that I also got at the dollar store. I have the black and the white that's kind of, it's not pure white. It's got little specks of gray or black in there. But you can take these, you can fill them up in here. You could put a charcoal disc on top of it and burn away. As far as actual, oh, and this is another one that I'm going to do this one next. So I looked this up online because I got this at the dollar store and I wasn't quite sure what it was called. And from what I could see, it says it's for French onion soup. Okay. But you can also use this. Now, I have not tried this with a charcoal disc directly on the bottom, so I'm not going to say that that's safe. It very well could be. I just have not done it personally, so I am not going to speak on that. But you could put sand, you can put dirt, you can put salt, burn a charcoal disc on top of it. Now, sometimes if you burn a charcoal disc on top of salt, you can get the salt hot and it can pop, kind of like pop rocks. So just keep that in mind. And then if you want to let it smoke, it can smoke out the top. This is another non-traditional cauldron thing that you can use. And as far as cast iron, one of my favorites that I use is this. I got this at a store that around me is called Tuesday Morning. It's kind of just got this and that's. It is all new products, so it's not a thrift store. But this is real cast iron. It was in the section over by the pots and pans. And this was about $6 or $7. I can't show you the bottom. I don't know if this is Lodge brand, but I use this often, as you can see, especially when I want to burn directly, put a charcoal disc down and burn directly on it because I want to save the leftovers. I want to use them for something else, in a mix for whatever reason, in a spell. I'm able to easily collect it, and I don't have to have it fall through sand or dirt and get lost. This is how I will make black salt as well. So you have the ash there. And let me put that up here. So another real cast iron, and this one has a pentagram on it. Can you see that? It's very small. It has the legs. It is, again, real cast iron. It's got a handle. It does not have a lid. I got this on Amazon for about $8. So if you do want something that's a little more traditional looking, but you don't want to spend the money on one of those great big gorgeous ones, which I'm there with you, that is an option. I'll put a link in the description below to this one. Not sure the price of it now. I will put something in my cart or put something in a save later, and I'll let it sit there because then I can watch if the price fluctuates at all. But in this one, I've done a mix of the white and the black sand. And then you could put a charcoal disc on top of this and burn and use that. And it's a really nice size. And again, it's real cast iron. So again, with the real cast iron and just thinking outside of the box, put my tongs down, is this. There's the brand, Mason brand. It's a Dutch oven, I think it's called. Again, it is real cast iron. This has a lid. And I got this at Fred Meyer's. Oops, sorry, that's really loud. And it was on clearance for $7. Kid you not, $7. And I posted it to a local pagan group, and everybody went crazy trying to find them, and they got sold out super quick. When I went back to ask about them, I got a crazy look and said, well, those have been sitting on the shelf so long, we put them on clearance to get rid of them. We don't know if we'll ever have them back. And this has little clips, I guess, to hold this up so it isn't flat down on it. You can take them off. But I use this as well when I want to burn directly on charcoal and save what I'm doing. And I like this one because it has a lid. And these are the tongs I use. I got these. They're pretty cool. This one you can kind of mix things around, or you can poke into the sand, or if you're using ash as the base, like diatomaceous earth, you can kind of poke this and aerate it. And then of course you can use this to pick up your herbs or to hold the charcoal while you're lighting it. Pretty awesome. I got these on eBay. think they came from like Greece or somewhere, but they were only a couple bucks. And you can even use, I'm going to show this in a different video for a different purpose, but these little tiny mortar and pestles with sand or salt, and you can put a piece of charcoal in there. You can break up a piece of charcoal and only use a little bit. So I just wanted to show again the variety of options you can get cast iron. It doesn't have to be in the shape of a cauldron. When you go into the stores, and the stores that have cast iron, Walmart I know has a cast iron section, obviously Fred Meyer's does, and you see these little pans. Oftentimes I'll see the little round ones that I think are made to make eggs with, or smaller camping ones. Think outside the box. They can make amazing cauldrons, depending on what use you are looking for. So, again, my motto, think outside the box, make it happen. Just wanted to share that with you. Blessed be.